So I'm Leah, I'm one of the sports therapists with the academy. So I predominantly work with the foundation phase and the youth development phase, so kind of under 8s to under 16s.
My name's Olivia and I'm the sports therapist with the academy at Bradford City. So I'm here 3 times a week on the evenings, working with between the ages of 9 to 16. Just mainly doing the rehab for any injured players, monitoring them, making sure that they're getting back to full fitness. I also go down and monitor the training, make sure everyone's safe.
So I've been with the academy since the start of the season, but I've worked with the football development programme that the club have. I'm in my 3rd season there, so as part of my masters I had to undergo hours on placement. So I started working with the football development programme as a placement student, did a season there and then continued for the next 2 seasons working within full time within the injury and rehab programme.
Yeah, so I graduated from Leeds Beckett and I started my placement here, doing my placement hours in with the first team. I did that twice a week for probably about a year, and then after I graduated they asked if I wanted to stay on, so I carried on doing that voluntary for 2 days, just working with the first team, doing mainly massages, things like that. And then the opportunity came up to work with the academy, working with the younger kids.
I think especially in football you've seen it a lot more in academies, so when I'm doing home and away games, a lot of the therapists that I'll see with other teams or in and around the club there tends to be quite a high percentage of female. I think you see first team elite environments you don't see as many. I think a lot work with the younger age groups. I think you've seen it across all sports now that there's a lot more kind of females being involved. And I think there always has been. I think now there's not a lot more focus on it, so there's a lot more kind of females being vocal about working in sport and how important it is for them to be kind of prominent in that environment.
It was really positive that I did get the opportunity to work at the academy. I think it was a big step for me from being a recent graduate to then getting that role. It was a big responsibility, but I did really enjoy kind of having to get to do that. It was very daunting initially coming in thinking, oh, I'm going to be surrounded just by all males, but it has been really beneficial. It's been nothing but positive throughout the whole thing as well, and it's quite nice to be able to come in and give my perspective as well, being a female. People look to speak to you about different things as well, they come for advice, things like that, so it's quite nice having that kind of female aspect as well.
A lot more females are wanting to get involved in sport, I think, and are being kind of encouraged to apply for the roles, because it's not just kind of a male sport, it's not just men coaching like boys, it can be a mixture of both.
Definitely, I didn't really know what to expect at first, especially when I came in just as a student, but as I've got to know everyone as well, everyone's always been so friendly throughout the whole, my whole experience being here. So yeah, it is really, really nice to kind of have that welcoming from males as well, especially when it's predominantly just a male environment.
Coming to the club, I've just enjoyed kind of all the environments that I've been in. Like I say, I've done work with the development programme, I've worked with the academy, I've gone and done work with the PDP, and everyone kind of always welcomes you in. You're not just another person that works here. The lads all take the time to say good morning, say bye when they're leaving, ask how your day's going. Even if I'm in with the PDP, walking past first team players, they'll all say good morning. You're not just a member of staff, it is everyone tries to welcome you, have conversation and make sure that you're not kind of just stood on the side, not really getting involved.
Yeah, it's really, really good to see them thriving, and I think it's another big thing that it's encouraging girls, like you say, within working with football, but also playing football and being a part of football that way. It is really good to see that the girls coming and doing well and the Lioness is actually succeeding. So that's another point where the girls can look up to them as role models and see them as really good figures within the football community.